Hey everybody, welcome to Ponytails Talking Pigskins. My name is Laurie Fitzpatrick, and today we're going to cover Rhamondre Stevenson. So he's a fourth round pick out of Oklahoma, and he was drafted to the New England Patriots. So he's uh, Draft Scout actually has him as 6 foot, but I believe he's 5'11", 231 pounds. He ran a 4.5, around 4.6, 40. He has 9-inch hand size, 30 and a quarter arm length. Wingspan is 75. Now, what I like about him is his tenacity in the short area part of the field. So, what I mean by that is basically just in the short areas, how he's able to change direction. He has solid burst speed, acceleration, really good change of direction. He can manipulate his body in those small spaces where he, picks up the ball, kind of either lowers his shoulder or he kind of twists his body to avoid the tackles. He continues to churn his legs, which is important if he's either, running somebody over or if somebody's kind of in his way, but he loves to follow his lead blockers. So that's part of the reason why he is a perfect candidate for the gap style run scheme, which is exactly what the Patriots like to run. And that's the reason why they drafted him. He's not like LeGarrette Blount. Like LeGarrette Blount kind of goes north and south and, whole truck guys. Um, what I like about Stevenson is his short area quickness. So he can hop back and forth, make those quick cuts to the inside while still maintaining that north south speed. He uses the spin move. He trucks guys. He's just an all around like pretty decent back. And there's a lot of running backs right now in the New England locker room, but I still think he has a chance to kind of flourish because of the run style that the Patriots have. They have a really good offensive line. So I think he can do well in this offense. And we're just going to go over a couple clips. The one I have here is from the Senior Bowl. I have, one other clip from college, but we're going to mostly see the clips from week 1 and week 2 of preseason. So week 1, they went against Washington. Week 2, they went against the Philadelphia Eagles. And he had a pretty good games against both. There were some times where he kind of got locked up behind the line of scrimmage. But overall, I think he did pretty well. And we're just going to cover some of those attributes on why he may end up getting, picked up or held on that roster for this upcoming season. All right, first up, we have the Senior Bowl. And what I like, actually, hold on. All right, we have the Senior Bowl. What I like about him, this is that LeGarrette Blount type of style running where he sees the hole and he shoots it. And I wish he kind of just planted his foot and went, but instead he kind of like hesitates a little bit, 1, 2, and then like he doesn't really plant and go, which I think that's something that he should kind of work on a little bit uh, as these preseason weeks move on. But he does still have that like lateral agility that he continues to show. This is a pretty awesome clip. He's able to beat a bunch of tackles. Now, every single time that player circle changes, he's beating a tackle or he's, shedding a tackle. So we're going to go back and kind of zoom in on this, go through each one. So if you see the offensive line, you have a pool coming through. So his left guard comes over and becomes the lead blocker. Same with that tight end. And literally they miss the first guy. And he doesn't matter to him. He's able to kind of sidestep, and it's just a slight sidestep. He's not moving his whole entire body over because he knows he still has to get around the edge. So he's able to get around there, and finally the tight end, he doesn't seal the edge, but um, the running back, he's good enough to kind of shed that tackle still, and he has some tackling upfield. Let's go back and play this. He lowers his shoulder, gets through that, and you see how his legs continue to move. So that's that high knee drill where you go in and out of those ropes, right? So you got to keep your knees high, and as you keep your knees high, that's you're always trying to, as a running back, you're always used to guys grabbing at your shoelaces. So if you can run through arm tackles and any guy that's trying to get you low, if you continue to turn your legs, they're not going to be able to bring you down. Leverage doesn't matter. That stop and go, and he's able to go to the other side. And here he kind of lowers his shoulder, uses his outside arm to kind of hit that stiff arm, right, to be able to keep running. So now we've reached the preseason. These are not in any particular order. I just put in what I saw and what he showed on the field. So here's a two-back set, and you'll see that the Patriots run this pretty often. Now, why the power blocking scheme is where sometimes you'll have to the play side a double team on one guy, and as soon as that defender is out of the play, that offensive lineman will go to the next level. So you already see that with this left guard right here, because the tackle is already outside as that lead blocker because the wide receiver went in. So your two guards are already going to the next level. And that's basically that power run scheme. You see them right there, upfield blocking, and then he has two blockers ahead of him. So if you look already, he already sees the back of 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll count this 5, and even on the backside, these guys are still blocking. The Patriots' offensive line is just like out of control in the run game. It's so awesome to watch. Boom, boom, boom. Staying square, man. Man, I love that play. Next, Washington team here. So we have the tight end, left tackle. I'm just pointing out all these blocks and where they are in the field in that moment. So first they block in the first part of the field. Then you already have the tight end reaching the second level. So here's the first cut behind the line of scrimmage. Boom, cut up. Second cut. Boom, cut in. And I like this because even though he makes his lateral cut, his second foot is actually still going upfield. He's always north and south. So instead of him kind of squaring his body, he runs forward and still has his hips kind of at an angle where he's kind of sliding right through that offensive that first line of defense. Then he has to kind of jump over that defender that's on the ground. He continues to churn his legs. He's able to then make another cut. This is the third cut of this run, and he was only 1 yard ahead of the line of scrimmage. That shuffle. Now he's making his way upfield, makes another cut. And this is that small space that I was referring to where he has two guys at his back. He's able to kind of slide through. Arm tackle cannot bring him down, and he gains like 9 yards, and he evaded like 5 tackles. It's ridiculous. I really like this guy. Here you have a toss play with two guys in the backfield. Once again, you have your wide receiver coming down and blocking the edge, and you have your tackle rolling out. So he has two lead blockers again. All he has to do is read his guys. He remains patient. That's what I really love about his game, honestly. So when right here, he kind of slows down a little bit, lets him run past him, keeps his legs moving, and then decides to create the contact to fall forward a couple yards. Oops. Let's go to the next play. Let's see. Let's go to this angle first. So this was a draw play where he has blockers in the second level. 1, 2, 3, 4. Unfortunately, this is the play where he fumbles. So he evades one tackle, two, and then I don't know who that is, but number 61, he came from the other side, and he can't carry the ball low like that. They say you're carrying it like a bread basket, right? So um, if you do not hold it high and tight, where a guy can't come from the other side and try to grab it, he can't go from underneath, he can't go from the front. If you're carrying it out like this, they can get in from anywhere, right? So you got to keep it high and tight, so nobody can get in there, right? He doesn't do that. You see how there's a huge gap in between his ribs and his elbow. Not good form, and that is why that offensive or that defensive lineman is able to kind of get in there. Boom, knock that out. Here it is from the other angle. All right. If you see, it's cool because you're the guys that are in front of the offensive lineman aren't even the guys that are blocking them. So this is what I like, right? So his left tackle kind of hesitates. Uh, you know, that is where the defense looks, right? They look and see, where are the blocks being like taking place. And so that's why the gap scheme is cool because sometimes guys will block on the back side of the play. Uh, even though the play is going in the opposite direction. So that's like the misdirection that messes with the defense and why it's about like the vision mostly of the running back in terms of patience, not vision. Vision is more zone blocking scheme, but patience for um the gap style where you gotta like run guys over and have that good lateral quickness. You gotta be able to go in and out um, of that offensive line. He goes upfield. May have been a block in the back. It's not. I like his little sudden shake and bake. Boop boop. Kind of goes the outside and he does keep the ball high and tight here on that very first uh, missed. That very first juke. He keeps it high and tight so his the guy can't get the ball, and then he holds it low after this second juke. Now it's low and out, and that's all it takes, just 1 second. Right? They say it's a game of inches. That's all it takes, and now the ball is out. I think Stevenson is going to be a really good red zone converter. Um, that just means I think he's going to be able to score a lot, and that's just because he likes to hit. He likes the contact. He falls forward. Um, I just wish he kind of did a little bit more of the one cut. We watched this play already. Yes, we did. Here's that big play that he had against Washington, that 91 yarder. Now, this is just showing his speed. He can get to the edge pretty quickly and take advantage and run away from guys. Yeah, he's not that 4.3, 4.4 speed. He's, upper 4.5, 4.6 sometimes. But still, he's able to outrun guys. And even though his foot gets touched, he keeps his balance. Yards after contact, PFF had him at 5.6, which I think is the highest going into week 2 of preseason. Here's another red zone play. With 2 backs. So this is 12 personnel. 2 tight ends. Block into the outside. And gap style is basically you beat the last guy that you're not able to block. And he does it. He cuts inside. Yeah, he doesn't get in, but I think he does a really good job of cutting inside. Ready? Boop. And he kind of hops and sucks himself in and slides right right upfield. All right, so this wide receiver coming down is gonna move the defense in so that Stevenson can get the edge. They both block that outside guy, and then once he's out of the play, one of those guys is going to go upfield and get that second guy, either that safety or that corner, whoever is left. Stevenson cuts in, then he's going to go outside. He almost loses his balance. He kind of does, actually. If he didn't lose his balance, I think he would have probably gotten a touchdown. And our last clip of the day, against Washington, two back set again. This guard pulls over to the outside, the right guard, and he is able to only get 2 or 3 yards. So this isn't a play that's like amazing or anything. But I still think he needs to kind of improve on that one cut ability, but still amazing, pretty solid at changing direction. He has like good acceleration as soon as he changes direction, so that lateral speed, getting north and south. He breaks and sheds arm tackles with ease. He can get to the outside. He has that breakaway speed. It's not gonna be like amazing or anything, but like, which kind of reminds me of like an Arian Foster or like Garrett Blunt, right? Where he's not going to be taking punt returns like Blunt, but he still can get away from guys if you stack the box and he gets to the outside, he's gone. You're not going to be able to catch him. So definitely check out my article that I released at USA Today on Stevenson, kind of breaking this down, kind of breaking down why he fits so well within the uh, gap uh, gap style and that power O run scheme. So thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think and what you guys want to see in the future.